Welcome to Focus Personality. I am Nagaba Laura, your host, and with me in studio, I have one of UCU's students and also an entrepreneur. Hi, Samson.
Hi, Laura. I'm so excited being on this show today.
How are you feeling? Is this one of your shows, or you've been on some as well?
I've been on, I think like every year more is having like 2 shows, so this is not my first time being on air.
Tell us more about your business. Tell us more about this enterprise you're building.
So basically, I'm Wangzi Samson Dungu. Most people know me as AVERNO. So basically, I'm a law student. I would start by that. I'm a law student, year 1, semester 2. I have a clothing brand which started on 27th August 2021. Basically, AVERNO started with dealing in T-shirts. Then we elevated. Apparently, we find that there is more market in the tie business. So basically, that's where we are. But also T-shirts do move.
Oh, okay. I've seen some of UCU students putting on AVERNO T-shirts. Do you also bring in your merchandise into school as well?
Yeah, I do. I wouldn't say that I do bring, but basically when I post on my accounts, like basically my WhatsApp status is when, also my social media platforms, is whereby if someone requests for a T-shirt, that's when. But basically, for the meantime, around campus, I've been being known for the ties, basically.
What inspired you, or who inspired you to start up AVERNO?
You know, one of the things I would say, you know, when you're a younger person, I remember when that was during COVID, I was there and I was idle, and I was this kind of person that I always want to have something for myself, and I've always wanted to come out with something. Like, we see different brands all over the country. So I believe that also Ugandans, we had this idea, if these guys could come out with art pieces or artwork on the T-shirts, they just come out with it. Then I thought I would also be able to make it. And also that's one thing that gave me inspiration to start up a brand.
Oh, okay. So you see these things like in Uganda, how we have African parents who do not push their children into talent or building a business for themselves. They want particular jobs, law, doctor. How did your parents feel? Do they support you with the whole business idea?
I would say it's kind of difficult, like you've said, it's African setting. But I think one of the essentials, like my parents, if you're not able to divert from education and your grades are really so good, they were so supportive, As long as you don't divert, like the business doesn't take you, you do it as a side hustle. So at my side, the parents were supportive when they got to know that a young man like me can set up something that is enterprising, to ensure that I shift the burden of proof from them to myself in some circumstances.
You introduced yourself as a lawyer to our viewers, and in this there is a lot, coursework, the lecturers. How do you manage? How do you balance? Is it stress? Is it a lot for you? Do you get time off? What's your take? How is the business world going so far?
You know, I would start by saying, you know, one of the things during my holiday, I studied what we call marketing strategy. So with marketing strategy, when I came to UCU, I had this mentality, like, it's called provocative marketing strategy, whereby you first market yourself, and people get to know you, that you are AVERNO. This is a tie guy, this guy deals in ties, you get. So now basically I had to first do that. I carried out what we call market awareness, whereby all the law faculty, basically by that time we had year 1 and year 2. So year 1 and year 2 came to know about AVERNO. AVERNO is a dealer in ties. So after that, then I made a poster, I carried out awareness to everyone. So now, as a law student, I wouldn't say it's stress, because I just be in my comfort zone and people would just call me. And they call, hey, AVERNO, what's up? I need a tie. Or they'll send me a message or a text. Then I deliver to them the ties. Or sometimes I can be roughly like some days, when I'm not fixed, I can move with the ties. Then someone approaches me, you know what, I want a tie. But basically, that was my take on it. It's provocative marketing strategy. I just become in my place. Even right now, I can receive a call. Someone needs a tie. I just go to the hostel, everywhere. Then I give them the tie. Then they give me my cash, and that's it.
Interesting. So the name AVERNO, it's catchy. It's a very good name. How did you come up with that?
AVERNO is a Latin word meaning decent. Why I chose the name AVERNO, because personally I like being decent. And sometimes, usually, I tend to also nickname myself as President of the Decent Republic. So as personally, in my closet, I don't have a jean, I don't have a T-shirt.
Oh, wow. Aren't you attacking many students?
No. I'm not attacking anyone. It's just personality. That's why I tend to change them. That's why a few people know me as the president of the Decency Republic. So now, personally, I was like, when I saw this catchy word, AVERNO,
Yes.
and it had the significant meaning of decency, and personally, I would embrace the decency code. I thought it would be a really good name for a clothing brand. And basically, when you're coming out with the brand names, I had to make research because it took me roughly 1 month, basing on how do these other brands come out with names that are so catching. They don't just come out with names for. It's always a name that, if someone hears AVERNO, like, it will stick in their mind.
Yes. You have literally entered the fashion world in Uganda, and there is really stiff competition, air brands and so whatnot, like many people. And do you have someone who inspired you to even start and enter the fashion world?
I would say what inspired me are those big brands, those big brands across the country, like Adidas, Nike, those big brands that have really made it. Because you look at the way these guys come out with designs, they just work upon small concepts and they make something that is really exceptional, or something that is really scintillating, and you find it being marketed everywhere, everyone wanting to buy. You look at this brand that trended, that was it 2018? I'm not sure, Dio, whereby everyone just a matter of the word Dio, like everyone wants to wear such t-shirts.
Yeah.
So I believe I'm captivated by most designs abroad.
What is your take on the fashion industry in Uganda?
I would say the fashion industry in Uganda is promising, or it's developing, though the problem is that much of our emphasis is put on the cultural part of it. African patterns, making vitenge. And I feel there is way a lot of things to do. I liked the Ugandan musician called Zexi Bilangi. He came out with some t-shirts whereby he pours some funny paints and you find the designs come out. You find that will be more marketable because it's like it's a paint, but it's being put on a t-shirt. You get?
Yes.
So I believe the Ugandan fashion it has to go beyond making suits, because most people know how to make suits, others know how to make trousers. So I think it would be good whereby we start making, for example, like this scintillating shirt that will be able to, because it's not because if a Ugandan can make such this, I can buy it, you get.
Yes.
But because of the artwork that you see here is that made from abroad, you look at something and you really admire it.
You have talks about the patterns, the African print, all that. And normally the Western world loves to see and to buy as well these artifacts, these beautiful designs made by Africans. And I feel like it's a way of bringing out the heritage and all that. Wouldn't you say that it's a way of also branding the whole continent?
To a small extent, it's kind of a way of branding, but you know, these white race, this Western world always wants what you call creativity. You get, they will look out for that. Okay, they want they have really made a lot of designs. You get, so they always want something that is new. But I wouldn't say, because if it was really promising, like something that is profitable, you'd find most of them have developing companies like Adidas starting to make the African patterns, African thing. But you find that they're trying to bring, is it African awareness, African love, African unity, to chase what you call the racism part of it, to show that all as a world we are together. But to that, it's not the way to go. I would think you will bear with me. Have you seen any top celebrity wearing an African fabric?
Well, a few.
Like who?
Well, I can't name the people. So okay, who would you like to work with in future or in the near future?
What I would say in the near future, I would think of starting what you call whereby I import machines that are going to be able to make the fabrics, and also ensure that we can also come out with patterns more rather than just making t-shirts, but we can make, rather than buying t-shirts, but you make the patterns yourself, and you find that something comes out when it's so authentic.
Okay. You talked of your products, t-shirts, even bombers, all that, and ties, which is your latest, right?
Exactly.
Do you have a few that you can show us so that our viewers can get to see your work?
Yeah, basically, I think I can show them the ties because I managed to move with them. So these are the scintillating ties. They are at affordable prices, only 25 for the Uganda shillings.
Okay.
I don't know, you can also gift your friend or anyone 25 AVERNO tie collections.
Beautiful, beautiful work. How has the tie business going so far? Don't people have specific places they go to for like suits, ties, or even someone who makes them?
I would say basically the tie business has been, it has not even been promising, but it has really worked out. Because as a designer, I'm very good in terms of selection. I know what people like, you get.
Yes.
So when you select for people, people have always been ensuring that they will ask you, but how are you able to make such selections, you get? So personally, like I said, the designer element in me helps me to captivate the interests of other people, because people always want to look unique, you get?
Yes.
And they will look at your tie and it's so exceptional. One will have interest of purchasing it and one will put it in their closet like that.
Interesting. So what is your goal in all this, in the AVERNO business? Do you plan on it being international based? Do you plan on working hand in hand with other fashion designers, Ugandan, other countries as well?
I would say one of my goals is that something I started on 27th August 2021, I wanted to elevate, because I would start by thanking the brand itself, because if it wasn't for AVERNO, I don't think I would be having an opportunity of being in the studio. Or I don't think I would be having an opportunity of getting to be known via year one and also the rest of the law faculty, like year one to year four. So I would want AVERNO to become bigger and bigger. And by the time we also leave this place, by the time, like roughly after 10 years, people can live to make a statement that, wow, you find a building in Kampala that is named AVERNO Fashion House, or AVERNO something, or AVERNO, because AVERNO diversifies in. Like I said, I studied in T-shirts, but I didn't have that in my mind that at one point in time I would get into the ties. So, all in all, what I'm saying is that I present everything of mine to God. The Lord has better plans for me. Like the Bible says in Proverbs 19:21, that the human heart has too many plans, but the Lord is going to be done. I think, let me just continue moving on the right path. I think there are bigger things to come.
That's amazing. Basically, having a business and starting a business is not easy. Have you had investors? Does your family put in? Your friends, are they supportive? How is that? Because normally when business start, people get loans, people have investors, people get so much to build up something. So how has it been?
I think my set has always been, I started small, you get, because as a youth you always have to be hustling. Like you have your gigs you work upon, then you get that money, the small money. Because personally I've always moved on that. Like I start small, I had some small amount of money, then I started investing, then the profits you invest like that, and things go on elevating like that with time.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Do you have anything to say? Would you like to tell anyone who is out there who would want to start a business, one of many, like a student or even a person who is grown up? Like, would you give them any advice, or would you give them, like, say a word or two?
I would say basically about setting up a business, I won't give a lot of advice. I would think is that I think there is time for everyone, and I'll just pray for you, like just wait for your time. You get, I know you might not saying I won't say that I did this magic whatsoever, you get, because I think it was just my time, and I made it's not yet a breakthrough, but a slight breakthrough. But I think you also have time for when you will come out with ideas that will be so good, because like the age of the youth, we're still young, and lots of ideas. Some of guys will come out with ideas now, others will come with ideas afterwards. But all in all, I would say just being focused and being business oriented, and also surrounding yourself with positive people that are going to energize you with positive ideas that will awaken your mindset to come out with beautiful things and ideas.
Oh, wow. A lot of wise words. Thank you, Samson. Thank you for coming to studio. Thank you for sharing about your business and showing us the ties and everything.
I'm also so welcome having been hosted. Maybe to add on is that I also dabble as an MC. I've gotten an opportunity of emceeing most of the events of last semester. That was culture gala, fashion show, and also I was also engaged in a little bit of the graduation. So you can also, I don't only do entrepreneurial stuff, but I'm also an MC, a multi MC, multi-talented personality, you get.
Yes.
So you can also check me out. I'm an MC, birthday parties, graduation ceremonies, but don't forget a good tie, a good brand statement is a good tie. So you can shop your ties from AVERNO tie collections at only 25,000 Uganda shillings.
Do you have any social media platforms where people can go, subscribe, follow, so that people can engage more with you?
Yeah, I think I would start with a mostly used application. That's WhatsApp. My number is 0779 321 186. We also have TikTok, that's AVERNO6. Then Instagram, that's AVERNO9 brand.
Thank you, our dear viewers, for listening and catching in with this latest episode. I am your host, Nagaba Laura, once again. Till next time, bye-bye.